have anything to record, right? Okay, so all right, good. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go to 19 and 20. 19 and 20. Okay, 19. All right, Clean. What about it, sir? Okay. How do I do this? Okay, very good. See this here? I mean, generally, here it's clear that it's this one goes from 20 to 29. All right. This is from 30 to 39, etc., right? Am I clear? So when it says at least 50 years old, that means I'm talking about this bar, and this bar, right? And the height of the bar tells me the number of items in that bar, right? Am I okay? So what I would do, I'll add those guys up, right? And of course, this is not a correct answer. I can see that. Why? Because this bar is much taller than 11, right? Okay, and it didn't say, okay, now it doesn't tell us about the denominator either. So what I have to do is I have to manually add the altitudes of these bars. Are we good here? Okay, so you have to see which one matches with this, right? Okay, and which one matches with the sum of these three heights, right? Is that good? And that's how you determine the answer. Is that good? Good. And let's look at this. Oh, this one is just like, I'm not taking that as a subject, right? This is just like our daily conversation. I mean, we didn't even talk about the word probability yet in the class, did we? No. So it's just like in general language, there are 40 candies and 10 of them are red, right? Am I clear? Just like if I flip a coin and the coin is fair, right? What is the chance that I'll get a head? 1 over 2, right? So there are 2 outcomes, one of that is head. Here there are 40 outcomes and 10 of them are what? Red, right? So I have to get the probability of the outcome red, okay? Is that good? Very good. Okay, here we go. So I am going to pull up a real data set for you. Okay, so this is the data set, all right? Everybody good? And last time I think we had looked at rich people, right? When I picked up a big data set. And this time we are just looking at people. We don't know whether they are rich or they are not rich, okay? And I would do this just to do everything. I'll make sure that I put this data on our website, okay? And very soon I should be able to arrange an access to Minitab for you, okay? I think almost all of you should have some way to use Excel, all right, from home or at least on some acquaintance's computer, right? Am I clear? Okay, so anyways, everybody good? So I will post it soon, okay? So we have a data, all right? And here is the description of this data, okay? It says the data, these data are a subset of the data from epidemiological. That's too much English for me. Does somebody know what is epidemiological is? Can somebody tell me? Anybody? Right, it's just like, yeah, right, exactly. It's very much close to public health, okay? Right? Makes sense? Because they have this, they got a bunch of how many people? Does it say how many people? 200 observations. And it is saying that it is a subset, right? That means they have lots of data, right? And we are looking at what? Simply a subset of that data. Now, when we are looking at a subset of a large set of data, okay, that means what we are looking at? We are looking at a sample or a population. Help? Very quickly. I mean, it says these are subset of a data, and from heart disease study on Los Angeles County employees. Okay, louder. Very good. Thank you so much. Okay, so Cynthia said sample. Any disputes on this? Do you think that just this much information help us know whether it is a random sample or not? Yes or no? Just with this, I can't say whether it is a random sample or not, right? Because it is simply a subset, right? Okay, good. So anyways, so we are going to look at, some numbers, and we will be aware that the numbers pertain only to who? Only to these 200 people. All right? Everybody clear? Good. All right, so let's look at this. And as I said, this data will be on the website for you to look at. Okay. Everybody fine so far? Okay. So here we have ID. All right? Okay. Then we have the age in let me make sure. I think is age in 1950. So this data is kind of 52 years old. All right, sorry about picking up an old data, but that's okay. Data is data. All right, everybody clear? Okay, so this, excuse me, where are we? So this is the age of the subject in which year? In the age, in the year 1950. Makes sense? Okay. Then we have so many variables. I don't know what is the MD variable. Let me look. That is not that obvious. Oh, examining MD. Okay. And it says it's a nominal data. All right. So let's not worry about that variable in the beginning of our study. This is the systolic blood pressure of that person in 1950. And in 1950, I mean, even I was not born in 1950, so but I still don't think that there were automatic blood pressure machine and things like those the way we have now. So it was like you had to go to doctor, they will pump and look at mercury rise, all right, okay, and determine the blood pressure that way. So that time blood pressure measurement was not that easy. And here was their height in 1950, weight in 1950, diastolic blood pressure, cholesterol, and let's not worry about this. And so which variable are you interested in? Tell me. Okay, well, let's look at these four kind of key things. Somebody give me that. Henry, which variable are you interested in? The systolic blood pressure, diastolic blood pressure, cholesterol, and weight. Which one are you interested in looking at? Cholesterol. Very good. Thank you. Okay. So this is like their cholesterol level. Okay. And in 1950, this, I don't think in 1950 people bothered that much about cholesterol. All right. No, they did not. Oh, they even smoked. They even made smoking sound like a very romantic thing, right? Didn't they? In those ages, if you watch movies and stuff like that from that time, right? Okay. So it was a very different time. Everybody clear? Okay. So we are looking at what? The cholesterol at the age 62. Why don't we do this? We will compare it as well, right? So cholesterol at 50. So let's take it into and we know this, that we got all these sheet 2, sheet 1. Okay, so let me just go ahead and replace. Yeah, because in last time when I did it in a class, somehow people were interested in their heights. Okay, so but we asked Henry and we'll respect his why is it not pasting it here? Somebody, computer gurus here? Yeah, somebody help me last time. Hey, I can't paste this data. Oh, I didn't even copy it, right? So how can I paste it, right? Okay, good. So come on. Yeah, here it is. Very good. So I could figure it out myself. You have to copy it before you paste it, right? Okay, good. And we are looking at cholesterol. So let's just get everything else out of the way other than cholesterol. All right, so delete sheet column. Okay. So this is what? This is the cholesterol of the subject in what? In 1950. And this is the cholesterol of the subject in the 1962. And Henry, that was a very nice choice. I know I don't have your full attention, but it's okay. All right. So there's a very good choice because you can see it's a heart disease data, right? Makes sense? And they are being medically examined. So let's see how well they are being medically examined or how well they are doing, etc., etc. Right? Makes sense? Okay. So here we go. Let me take it into mini tab. And as I said, we can do this all in Excel also, but there we can make box plots a lot more easily than we will be able to do here. And by the way, mini tab, you know, we have a lab right here just across in that building. It's available there. Okay. And I'm going to just work on this weekend to get it very, very, very quickly for you to be able to access it from where? Home. Okay. So anyway, mini tab, do you see mini tab right here? Mini tab. Okay. Good. So everybody fine? So this is the cholesterol in 1950 for the person, and this is the cholesterol in 1962 for the person, okay? And I have to review again 5-number summary for Laura, all right? Okay, so the way we do, so let me just write these guys down here. I mean, right now, Henry said in 1962, so I'm just looking at these numbers, right? Okay, so what we have is this, that let me enlarge it so that we can see it a little better, okay? Everybody fine? So, if I have to write the 5-number summary, excuse me, the 5-number summary here, okay, what am I doing? Okay, so the lowest, what is the lowest observation in here? Does it show minimum or it does? Oh, it does. Okay, 139, right? Okay, what's the units of cholesterol measurement in here? Somebody tell me. Okay, yeah, we have to. Okay, anyways, the first quartile is 222.2. Thanks for letting us know. Appreciate it. Okay, all right, thank you. So this is the first quartile, right? And then what do I write next? Tell me. Lowest. This is the lowest, right? Okay, and then who is this in this sequence? The Q1, the first quartile. Very good. And then what do I write next? The median, right? Okay, this is the way we decide about the 5-number summary, right? So here we go. We got the median, right? What do I write next? The Q3, the third quartile. Do you see it anywhere? Say that once again. 280. Oh, it's right here. Okay, it's gotten. Okay, yeah, right. Because in my this thing when I was doing that, I messed it up a little, right? Everybody good? So that's where we read it from. Q3 is 283.75, right? Then the highest is what? 368, right? 0.00. Okay, and we also saw that how do we locate these points. All right. Okay, Hiba, yeah, I think you had left us by that time. That's how we saw that. And the way we see that is this. We put the data in order. The middle is the median. All right. And in very simple language, we will go like this. The median of the values below the median is the first quartile, right? Median is the 50th percentile. Everybody clear? So that's how it was done. Everybody fine so far? Okay, clear? Makes sense? No. Okay, where did I not make sense? Tell me. Let me do this way. I do that, and I think you guys had taught me last time that how to do that. That how to do, a data set in order. So tell me what I remember. I'm a good student. You guys are good teacher. All right. You taught me, so I should really remember it, right? Because you taught me, right? Okay. See, salt. I'm just doing it from largest to smallest, and I'm even going to delete this guy. All right. So how many numbers do we have in here? There are 200, right? There are 200 values in here, right? Who will be the smallest, Clean? 139, right? Who will be the largest? 368. Am I clear?
So, and then to find the third,
Oh yeah, I'm going to go to the quartiles in a moment, okay? But are these two good? For the median, I have 200 numbers. So what should it do for the median? Go to the middle. For 200 values, the middle will be the 100th value and 101. They will both set their claim on it, right? Make sense? Okay, so we will just look at where I'm going too fast here. 100 and 101. Okay, so when they are both setting claim on it, what will we do? We will divide by 2, right? Very good. Thank you. Everybody clear? And we can add them in head, and divide by 2 is 251.5 units, right? Everybody good? Okay, so it's 250. Let's see what this is. 251.5, right? Now, for the quartiles, you may see that this number is slightly different, all right, from the number that we are going to see from our easy definition, okay? Right now, tolerate that difference, and later on we'll see how does this guy get that value, okay? But it will not be like 213. Everybody clear? Everybody fine? So far so good, everybody? Okay. So now, for the first quartile, what are we going to look at? We are going to look at the bottom 100 numbers, right? Come on, bottom 100 numbers. I don't know. Okay. So when I'm looking at these, who would I point towards? Again, there are even number of observations between these. Come on, where are you? These two, right? So that will be 222.5. Okay, wouldn't that be okay?
Because you were adding the same.
The divide by 2. Clean, are we good on this, sir? It was not a very happy yeah. Could you say that again?
yes.
No, but guess. Okay, see. Look here. We have a bunch of 100 values going from bottom to top. Say yes or no.
Yes.
Their median will be the what? For the median, I'm going to go to the 50th and 51st value, right? Why? Because the number of observations is even, right? If it was 101 values, then the 51st position will be the middle for sure, right? Okay. We have to go?
Yeah.
Huh? Doctor, thank you. Yeah, go ahead. Let me just settle with you.
So you add those two up, add them up.
Oh,
Divide
God.
them by 2. Because there's 2 of them. So you add them together and then divide by 2. It's like you find
And you
maybe
know what?
the whole thing and then of half of it.
It's burnt out, okay? So I have don't worry. I have a don't worry. I have a don't think that that our subject blew the projector up, okay? And we will do this. I have another projector in my in my office, I'll just bring it over. Something will be good. Okay, will be good. All right, or I can do this here. Okay. Huh? This one, but I can't project this via that. Just tell me next time. I'll love to, because I told you that's how I learned all my computer skills, just from that side. They never had to pay any tuition for that. So going back, Clean, okay. So 1 second. So the middle two numbers were what? 222 and 223. I'm talking to Clean. He is talking to front, and you can see we have a little chaos here. Okay, just a second. Okay, good. So everybody fine? So we made the box plot, okay? And let's see how good a job we did while making the box plot, okay? Box plot, here you are. Okay, it's just a simple. So see, I think we did good, right? Didn't we? Everybody clear? The one that we made on the board, okay? This one is standing, that one is sleeping. That's the only difference, right? Everybody good? Okay. Here on the lower side we have lower numbers, higher side bigger numbers. On that one on the left we have lower numbers, and on the right we have bigger numbers, right? Okay, clear and everything good so far? So everybody knows what a box plot is, right? Okay. Now, one more thing. Did you, who can explain me what is 1.5 IQR criterion for outliers? I mean, in this one, oops, I don't know why it did that. Outliers, oops. Everybody good? Okay. So here we go. Where are we? Yeah, this is what I want, because if you look at the if you look at the picture that we have, do you see any outliers here? Like from the it doesn't look like there are outliers, and again, but sometimes there will be outliers, right? So generally you do that by inspection. You make decision about that in a context. If you come to my lecture tomorrow, I'll tell you that once people discarded outliers, all right, and that was not a very good thing to do. It disturbed the whole model, okay? All right, but I'll tell you the context tomorrow, those of you who come in. And if you don't come in, I'll record that lecture again and post that on the YouTube if you want to watch it. So where am I? Who remembers that? This was in the notes. Who remembers that? Louder. Interquartile range, right? IQR is interquartile range. I'm sorry, I wrote it and now the screen is covering it, all right? Okay, so it's the third quartile minus the what? First quartile, and that is 283.75 minus how much? 222.25, and that happens to be how much? Louder? 61.5. Everybody agrees? It's 61.5 units, right? Everybody fine? Okay.
So it's always Q3 minus Q1?
That's what interquartile range is defined to be. Yes, exactly. Range is the highest minus the lowest, right? Everybody clear? Good. Now, how do we use this criteria for outliers? Does anybody remember? Yes, go ahead, Cynthia.
You subtract the 1.5 from the lowest quartile, and
1.5 times IQR, right?
right.
Thank
But
you.
it would be like 222.25
Okay.
minus 1.5.
I'm going to just record what you just said. You are very kind to have recalled it for you. Thank you so much, okay? So what Cindy just said was this. Can I erase this now? We don't need this, right? Oh, no, let me keep it because I will post these scripts there. Okay, so 1 sec. Where are we? Excuse me. Spring, and we are in. This is still. And as I said, this will. Today is February 1, right? Oh, Okay, that's all right, because we don't mean, okay, I'll fix it later. So here is February, no. Everybody good? Okay. So what we do according to this criteria is this. Okay, let's get more bold space here. Okay, that is, if a value in the data is smaller than what? The first quartile, as Cindy said, right? Minus 1.5 times who? The interquartile range. We may treat that as an outlier. God bless you. All right, everybody clear? Okay. So in this case, let's look at it. Who is my first quartile? 222.25. Everybody good? Minus 1.5 times, yes, go ahead. What is that? 61.5. Somebody help me with that. What is that value? How much is that? How much is that? Louder. Is that 130 even, you said? Okay, that's what's okay. I mean, you can. It's 130. Everybody agrees? Okay. Yeah, it should be 130. Yeah, good. Now, in our data set, do we have anything below 130 units? Do we? Yes. Huh?
No.
Which one is below 130 units? Tell me.
The lowest is 130.
Nothing. The lowest is 139.
Yeah.
Right?
So we don't have an outlier?
We do not have an outlier according to this criterion.
Okay, so when
Yeah.
saying when that number gives you less than what the lowest number is, then there's no outlier.
Then there is no outlier according to this criteria. Yes. Okay, go ahead, Clayton.
So if it gave you, how would you have an outlier then?
I will show you. We'll find out. Okay, just in a few seconds. Okay, a few minutes, I meant. And if, let's go to the upper side, and I'm copying it, and then since Laura walked out on us, Laura, can you, oh God, what did I do? Okay, I think I messed up something. Okay, oh God, I think, what is it doing? It's okay, I just, that's all right. Okay, I was mean to Laura, so I paid for it, right? If a value is higher than, go ahead, anybody help, what would we say? This time, to go on the higher side, we are going to just go ahead and climb from the third quartile. Henry, is that making sense? Okay, third quartile plus 1.5 times the interquartile range. We may treat it as an outlier. All right, and we are not saying what to do with that. All right, we're just saying it's an outlier according to this criteria. Chad, am I fine on this? Right? Thank you, sir. Okay, so in this case, what happens then? We have 283.75 plus 1.5 times how much? 61.5. And Cynthia, quickly, please.
376.
Louder.
376.
376 units. Okay. Clayton, do you see anything bigger than 376 in here? No. So that means there is no outlier on the upper side as well, right? Go ahead, sir.
So if it was 367, it would have an outlier.
Then this number would have been an outlier. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Now let's look at more. So this was like, these were the cholesterols of these bunch of people in the year 1962, right? Everybody clear? Now, this data was recorded according to each subject, right? Everybody clear? Okay. And these were under medical supervision. So we might be interested in seeing this, that did these guys really reduce their cholesterols during that period? Is that a valid question, Chad? Like, you know, this guy here, the cholesterol went down from 291 to what? 271 during that course of how many? 12 years, right? Didn't it? Am I making sense on this point, Chad? Sure. That's a good show, right? Yeah, okay. So we are just going to see that how do the differences look like for each person, right? Okay, so let's look at.
Outlier get created. What is that? What does that mean?
Okay. 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 All right. So yeah. Okay. So we had. Okay. So in here, there was no outlier in this data according to this criteria, right? Okay. Now, say if this so happens that I report my test scores from this class of 32 people. Am I clear? Okay. And what you find is, I'm just making numbers up. Lowest score is 37. The first quartile is, say, 49, the median is 55, the third quartile is 63, all right? And the highest score is 100 out of 100, all right? Am I clear? So there we may investigate whether that 100 is an outlier or not. I'm just bragging, one person got 100 out of 100, all right? So these guys are not doing well. Everybody clear? So makes sense? Okay, thank you, Anna, for jumping in, and thanks, Chad, for cooperating. Make sense? Good. All right. Okay. So we are going to do what? So we want to see clear. Is that clear what I did? I subtracted, these entries from these entries. So this person's cholesterol went down by 20 units, this guy 28, this one gained by that much, and everything, right? Everybody fine? Good. Let's look at the box plot of these paired differences. Okay. All right. All right. See this here? In here, what we have is this. See all these guys that you see. I like this script, right? In this here and this here, they are all what? Outliers. Now I'm going to post this data on your course website. I will try my best to produce this video because that's going to take a few minutes, all right? And I'm going to post it as it is on the website, all right? Okay, and the script also, because our time is about up and I have to go to the next room to sub for somebody. Okay, all right? So have a good weekend, and if you have any questions, I told you I will look at the blackboard every now and then. Okay.